Graded Stakes Racing opening day, Santa Anita, December the 26th, 2024. That means we've already got a preview up of the Malibu Stakes, but also on that day is the LaBrea Stakes, a grade 1 at Santa Anita. The day after Christmas, it is Christmas Day for horse players and the Malibu Stakes and the LaBrea Stakes. We did draw a field of 11 horses for the LaBrea. We've got 4 Bob Baffert horses, and we've got the major fillies from the 3-year-old filly stakes races in 2024 from the West Coast, and some of the up-and-comers in those allowance races at Santa Anita in October and November. Let's take a look at this field, starting off with Splendora. 2 straight wins, a win at Santa Anita, then at Del Mar. Meanwhile, you've got Accuracy, blowout wins, 15-length win, a 7-length win, seems to be on the improve. A stakes winner in Kinza, returning off a layoff. The Zenyatta Stakes winner, Sugarfish, came from off the pace that day, won the Zenyatta Stakes, now takes on other crack sprinters. Ultimate Authority was second to Accuracy and fourth to Kinza earlier this year. Kopion, second in the Las Virgenes Stakes and off since April. Then you've got One Magic Filly, 6 in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint, kind of a pace meltdown that day. Then you've got Sandy Bottom, 3 starts, 3 wins on the improve. Hope Road, 4 straight wins for Bob Baffert, but has to go up in class in this race. Tamra, the daughter of Beholder, a big win last year in the Del Mar Debutante, second in a prep race off the layoff for Richard Mandella. And then on the outside, number 11, you've got Cavarelli, 2 straight wins, another Bob Baffert trainee. Got to go up in class. A lot of speed in this race, sitting on that outside post. Definitely you've got some stakes experience, but you got some horses coming in with some recent wins. A lot of them with fast Brisnet speed figures. We'll see if class works out here. Maybe a pace meltdown. This is one of those races that traditionally gets a fast pace in the LaBrea Stakes. But let's take a look at the race replays on some of the top contenders. Starting off with Kinza. Let's go back to the Santa Isabel. This was earlier this year. Bob Baffert improved her record to 3 for 3 at that time, but now she's got to return off the layoff. She had some minor issues, took some time off. Now Kinza back in the ring here, taking on top sprinters at 7 furlongs off the layoff. Now Sugarfish, an impressive Zenyatta Stakes, got a rail trip that day. Here she is, cutting to the inside down the stretch, picked up the win. That was at a little bit longer distance, cuts back to 7 furlongs for the LaBrea for Sugarfish. And this race has lots of speed. That should help her cutting back in distance to 7 furlongs for Sugarfish. Now, Accuracy, talk of the track after those last 2 wins, wins by 15, wins by 7. She's got to go up to that grade 1 class level, but she's kind of just cantering in this allowance race. Big, robust filly. I think she's got more in the tank, but the fast fractions of this race, she's never faced other proven speed on the front end, and Accuracy has to go up in class and prove that she can take on this grade 1 class level of fillies. Now, Tamra, a lot of people still remember her Del Mar Debutante monster win last year. She went into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Filly. She was favored off that big win, wearing the Spendthrift colors. Mano Mandela trains. The mare is Beholder. You know, she's always going to be bet down because of that filly Beholder being her mama, but we'll see if she can take on this type of horse, and it's been a while since she's really had a big effort. I don't know, at too low of a price. I think I would rather take other contenders at bigger prices, but Tamra, the big maiden win last year, that was by 2 lengths at 6.5 furlongs. Then she went 7 furlongs, and in her prep race in a 110 flat, she finished second by a nose to Sandy Bottom. Sandy Bottom is in this race. Morning line is 8-1 on Tamra with Mike Smith here for the LaBrea Stakes. And then another winner to take a look at was Kopion, Santa Ynez. That was Mandela. Again, he's got a couple fillies in here. 4th in the Santa Anita Oaks. She's another one that returns off the layoff. She's got stakes experience, but why did she take the entire summer off? could have a big 4-year-old campaign, but sometimes some of these horses, they get bet off that 2-year-old form, and maybe some of the other horses like Sandy Bottom, Accuracy, and Ultimate Authority have been improving, but Kopion a nice win. Now, one Magic Filly reeled off 3 straight wins, then got 6 to Soul of an Angel in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. One Magic Filly does get Flavian Prat, a big year for him in 2024. The Good Magic Filly, One Magic Filly, kind of disappointed in the Breeders' Cup. She was 10-1 that day. The pace was hot. She does come from off the pace, so she's another one that could take advantage of a fast pace in this race. Now, she did lose to Hope Road earlier this year, and that's the big thing here in this race. Bob Baffert, he's got 4 fillies. He's got Cavarelli on the outside, Hope Road, Kinza, and Splendora, who's got the rail. He can kind of control this pace. That's what you've got a handicap for. How fast the pace? Where are the Baffert contenders early on? How can they kind of mess pace-wise with some of the other horses? Now, the 4 furlong pace, definitely this is going to be a potential pace meltdown. You've got Kinza, Accuracy, and Tamara all capable of taking the lead at that 4 furlong mark. I think Hope Road is kind of a key horse. She's got some fast fractions. Kopion showed speed last year, then she stretched out. Then you've got Splendora from the rail. She may have to go. One Magic Filly can lay off the pace. I think Sugarfish can a little bit off the pace, and Ultimate Authority, but potentially a fast pace at that 4 furlong mark and even at that 6 furlong mark here in the LaBrea Stakes. Now, the big handicapping questions, you've got that fast pace. Who can benefit from that? Accuracy with the back-to-back wins, but she's got to go up to that big grade 1 class level. Kinza, nice efforts last spring, but off the layoff, can she repeat some of those big Beyer speed figures off that layoff? Those are some of the things. And then the Bob Baffert questions. My top selection in the LaBrea Stakes, I'm going to go with Accuracy. I think she'll be 4-5-1. That's a big field. The Baffert horses will get bet down. I think Tamara will be bet down from that 8-1 morning line. So I'm hoping to get 4-1 on Accuracy here. Exactas, I'm going to play her over Sugarfish and One Magic Filly. If you definitely want to take another one in doubles or pick 5, you may want to consider One Magic Filly. Definitely can close. Going to be a fast pace. Kind of a wide open LaBrea. You've got a lot of question marks with the layoff horses, and then you've got the horses going up in class. Now, big stake schedule coming up for the 3-year-olds. January 4th, a week from now, we've got the Smarty Jones, the Jerome, the San Vicente, and then Pegasus World Cup coming up January 25th at Gulfstream Park. You got the Pegasus Stakes, the Pegasus Turf Stakes, all part of a big day of racing. Free racing picks in 2025. Sign up. We're going to do about 25 Saturdays during the course of the year. If you're already signed up, you're good to go. And Triple Crown Prospectus hits your mailbox on January the 6th. Continuing conversation of the 3-year-old scene, January 6th, all the way through the Belmont Stakes, the Triple Crown Prospectus. Look, sign up in the description below. If you're signed up from last year, you're good to go. We've got close to 1,000 readers every week. Pegasus coming up January 25th. Make sure to look for those videos coming up. And who do you like in the LaBrea? A lot of speed in this race. The Malibu Stakes preview is up. And D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.